understanding why people don't buy immediately after your brilliant presentation in Japan is a critical component of success here. Aggressive American-style wrangling with the buyer just won't work here. We need to understand the limitations facing the person we are meeting and how the company decision-making structure works. Find out about that in today's show. Welcome back to year 4 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Training, Tokyo, Japan, and best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be released soon. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We are looking at giving you a big edge in business here in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 197. We'll get back to you. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. In Japan, this "we will get back to you" response is often the result of the second meeting with the client. In the first meeting, the salesperson is establishing trust and credibility. They're trying to identify if they can actually be of assistance to the client or not. There will be permission sought to ask questions to better understand the buyer's needs. In the second meeting, the proposal is presented, objections are dealt with, and the seller tries to gain a client agreement to buy. Actually, this is all fantasy and not what happens usually. In reality, the Japanese salesperson gets straight into their pitch and starts bombarding the client with all the nitty-gritty details and features of the product or service. They get to the end and then wonder why the client doesn't buy, and all they hear is, "We'll get back to you." In this case, the clients are using this answer to get rid of dud salespeople. Sadly, even if you are a pro and were following a proven sales process where you did all the necessary questioning steps, you still often get this response of, "We'll get back to you," in Japan. This is usually thought to be because we have not gotten enough clarity during the questioning process. Sometimes we have misunderstood the client, or they have not been clear enough themselves. It could be that there was a hidden objection they are reluctant to share with us, and we failed to address that. So, no purchase can be made. There is also another Japan-specific reason, which I will cover shortly. What do we do about this pushback? We can certainly accept that they do need to think about it, and we need to set the date for the follow-up meeting right there and then on the spot. The formula for sales training guru, Victor Antonio, where we don't accept that simple headline answer and where we dig deeper, is a typical American approach. Victor says to the client, "When someone tells me they need to think about it, they usually mean one of two things. They're not interested or are interested but not sure. Which is it?" He says, if they're interested but not sure, then we should question further about whether the purchase is a fit, whether the functionality is all there or not, or is it a question of finance? The idea being that if the problem is any one of these three reasons, we should drill down further in order to understand how to handle it. If it is not a fit, why not? If the functionality is not there, what is missing? And can we overcome that issue? If it is the money, then we look at how we might arrange the payment terms to allow them to make it in this budget cycle or spread it out over a few cycles. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Winning with Relationships selling course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Winning with Relationships selling course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. In a Japanese buyer context, this line of questioning would be considered very aggressive and obnoxious. The buyer isn't king in Japan. The buyer is God. And it's not the place of pipsqueak salespeople to question God as to why they need to think about it. The group decision-making process in Japan almost ensures they really do need to think about it together. The person receiving the sales call may be on board and may be satisfied with the proposal, but they are rarely the sole decision maker. Inside the company, the buying decision will impact on various sections, and the views and concerns of those groups need to be smoothed off before anyone can make a final affirmative decision. This process is called nemawashi, or groundwork, and makes a lot of sense. Trying to pressure the buyer during the sales call is meaningless because that person still has to gain the internal alignment of the group on the next steps. It would make more sense if the seller instead addressed the issue of pushback toward the other internal parties who potentially may have a problem with the decision to buy. In this case, rather than asking the person in front of us these aggressive questions, we could ask about some of the other players involved. For example, sometimes there are concerns from other interested parties about the appropriateness of the fit between our solution and your company's needs. Do you foresee any internal concerns in this area? What about functionality? Do you anticipate any difficulties with the functionality of our solution from within the other sections involved? What about the finance aspect? Do you expect any resistance to what has been proposed? In this way, we can indirectly ask the buyer about the concerns without appearing to be questioning what they have just told us about they need to think about it. We can also take the opportunity to, again, provide antidotes to any concerns because our interlocutor will be our voice during the inside meetings where the proposal will be discussed. We need to lead the witness, so to speak, to prepare for internal pushback. So when you hear, "We'll get back to you," and you know you've done a good job of understanding the client's needs, and your proposal will help their business, just relax. Still, definitely make that appointment for the follow-up meeting right there and then. Get into their schedule, but don't keep pushing or you will hurt the trust you are trying to create. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, and every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show. Every Saturday we're releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses, and so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode 198, we are talking about boss-induced aggravation. So yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.